Okay, this is going really slow if I have to type the whole presentation on my phone. So I will just try to talk a little bit, if people at home allow me. Yes, my wife is here, by the way. So this is one of a project, like Michel just said, a project part of a series, and we call it BIMIT. And you can visit the website, and in that website you see a streaming of, so people can see basically this area here, they can see you, and they can see the screen as well. And basically they can type things into the screen. Yes, I hope someone can manage to break it now. It's always nice when things break during a presentation. But, so yeah, another thing I would like to show is just this little beamer. It's just a hand pocket beamer. So, and I will just try to show you, if possible, a few images of the projects we've been doing until we arrive into this project. So yeah, we already talked a little bit about INTK. It's just a multitude in Utrecht. And by multitude, I mean it's a different group of people who we don't always work necessarily together, neither we have this common goals. But every now and then, we just do things that happen to overlap. And one of our first projects was called Would You Be Shocked If I Put On Something More Comfortable? And I will try to show you some images. You really have to multitask if you want to keep up with the text and with my presentation. So basically our first project was very, very low tech. The goal was to make a group of research or experiments in kind of urban communication. And basically what we did was to type a sentence on a big cardboard that said, would you be shocked if I put on something more comfortable? And we walked through a few bars and private spaces. And our rule was basically we should not directly talk to people. So we would wait until someone come talking to us. And if you walk around in a bar with a very big cardboard, like you, I'm not sure if you can see it on the pictures. Little cats. And so yeah, basically we walked around in the bar with a big cardboard, and a lot of people came to us. And if someone would come to us, we would point them to a website called Would You Be Shocked If I Put On Something More Comfortable.com. And there you would see a video explaining, or maybe not, what this question meant. And eventually you would get invited to a private party. Our second project was called Beam Me Up Scotty, and I'm sure you have seen thousands of those in the internet. Basically we just connected a backfits, a bicycle with a battery, a laptop, and a beamer. And okay, I was getting distracted on that one. So yeah, I think you've seen these kind of setups before, just people in the middle of the street beaming stuff into buildings. And maybe here the only little twist we made was that we were not only beaming our own content, but we had an interface where anyone who were in the street could just start making drawings on the buildings. We always, at least for me, I always like the participatory aspect of the projects. So can you guys see the images, or you're too distracted with the lol cats? Okay. I think my mini beamer warmed up a little bit too much. No? Doesn't want to show more images. But yeah, so after this one, after the beaming image in buildings, it started getting really cold. This was like January in the Netherlands. So we decided to get a hand on a small beamer like this. And we start beaming inside of bars. And I did have some nice pictures to show you, which I will show you later on after this presentation. And basically what we did is we draw at home some balloons, and we would go to bars and project balloons on the head of people, so kind of put sentences of what they were possibly saying. That was good fun. And eventually, eventually we did several other projects, and we end up with this one. And maybe I only need, I guess you all got the point, and there's also a few things I would like to say about it. We are also very interested about the whole issue of public space and how much interaction do we have with public space. And for this work, I really would like one day, this is the very first version, the very first public version. So of course the ideal place would be on the street. And one of our target is to focus on the digital divided, meaning anyone walking around with a browser or with a web device can have access to this work, but everybody else that doesn't have access to internet access, then just cannot beam anything to it. So so that's it. I would like just to mention that the people involved, the people involved was Alexandro Del Gallo, which is probably hidden somewhere up there. He did all the streaming for this, which is really special streaming because it has to be extremely fast. And David Jonas, who's also in the public, he did most of the programming. Yeah, there he is. That's it.